What do you think of Slade tonight?
I was a struggle for Slade tonight. Just felt like his spin pitches just didn't have him tonight. There wasn't, they weren't sharp. You know, the fastball velo was good. I thought he made some pitches when he needed to, but just didn't have either the slider or the curveball tonight to really take them off of the fastball, and, you know, hung the change up to Harris there. But, you know, they hit him hard.
Is there, I don't want to say concern, but he hasn't pitched a ton of innings last fatigue. Just he threw a lot last month. Is that anything you guys pay attention to?
Oh, of course. We're talking about all those things. And obviously Slade works tremendously hard to get himself ready to pitch. Really the last two, it's been that way. So obviously we're going to put our heads together, work with Slade, and get him ready for his next one.
It was, what did Wentz do against you guys that worked so well?
The cutter, he was using the cutter, kind of looked like some of them were short and more sliderish at times. Really hitting that inner rail with his fastball, and just, you know, and the other side of that too, when we're in the field that long, it's tough to get something going. So, you know, he pitched really, really well, but we were kind of on our heels all night long.
We go against a team like that. We talked about it before this series started. Obviously, Harrison, they got a lot of guys that are getting hot all at the same time. How tough is that to deal with when you have that many guys?
That's a really good offense. It has been. You know, the people in that lineup are really good players, and it's tough when they're starting to heat up and we're not pitching well. It's a bad recipe.
Or I guess it's like when Slade has a track record he has this season, is like two starts like this or something that trust that track record. Is there anything that you're seeing in these specifically?
But like I was mentioning earlier, just the spin hasn't been sharp, and so I know that we're going to address that in between starts. And again, we're still getting to know Slade. We're still learning him. He's learning himself throwing this many innings, and but we love our rotation. We love the way these guys have pitched. So we're going to keep working.
You're in a position almost where you know, every night is a playoff game. And how tough is this to hit a little skid like this, or is it to be expected?
Yeah, I mean, it's baseball. You know, we've rattled off a ton of wins the last month and a half, and the fact of the matter is we've lost the last two in a row. That's it. You know, we don't look any further than that. We come show up tomorrow ready to win, and one win gets us right back on track.